Hello, my name is Nell, and I have things to say about disability, chronic illness, and mental health. I live with all of these things and have done for a very long time, and here in my videos on my channel, I talk about it. I talk about it with honesty. It's there in the name. If that sounds like something that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Come back every second Wednesday when I upload new videos. I am changing my schedule to every second Wednesday instead of every Wednesday, and I'll be explaining why in this video. Let me know what you think of my videos in the comments section, and if you know of somebody who would benefit from or enjoy my videos, please feel free to share it with them. I spoke a few weeks ago on how disability has caused me to miss milestones in my life. I spent the majority of my early and mid-20s in bed, at home, not being able to do much of anything. I watched a lot of DVDs and played a lot of The Sims. I was undergoing intense treatment for Lyme disease. I couldn't do a lot of reading or writing or sewing, and my life was pretty empty. I couldn't do much. I ended up having to stop Lyme treatment because it was making me more sick than better, and we realized I wasn't going to get healed from it anyway. So I got on a lot of supplements that cleared my mind, strengthened my body, and helped me do more with my days. But that brought with it a need, a kind of push to do more. I essentially felt the need to make up for lost time. I had lost so much time. There had been years, entire years, where I hadn't done anything that I considered productive. And as much as I tell other people when they're sick or recovering that, when you're recovering from illness or injury, resting is a full-time job and you don't need to do anything else, and don't kick yourself if you're not producing anything or creating anything because your body is working so hard. I didn't believe that for myself. I didn't give myself that same freedom. I felt like I had been wasting time. So when I got to the point of having strength and focus, I kind of threw myself into projects. I did a lot of sewing. I made a lot of gifts. I sold a few pieces. I became more committed at church. I did a lot of work on a book of mine that's still a work in progress. I started this YouTube channel, and after a few months of just uploading whenever, I set up a dedicated schedule. I worked harder on my music, and I started busking regularly and writing more songs. I set myself a lot of goals, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to meet them. And I did this because I felt like I had to catch up. I felt like I had to make up for lost time because I had spent so much time not producing. Now that I was capable of producing, now that I was capable of creating, by George, I better be giving it all. I better be giving the world something to show for my efforts. But I also need to remember I'm still sick. I still have chronic fatigue syndrome. I still have fibromyalgia. I still have Lyme disease. I still have depression. I still have anxiety. I still have these chronic illnesses that cause me to be exhausted, that cause me to struggle with concentration, that give me trouble sleeping. Even though I'm not as bad as I used to be, even though I'm much better than I used to be, I'm still not better. I don't need to meet the standards that, some healthy, regular person would set. And I also don't need to try and make up for the years that I missed. They're gone. They're over, they're past. And during them, I was pretty freaking busy. My body was working so damn hard just to survive every day. I was fighting illness and infection, and that wasn't me slacking off. I might have not been producing anything. I might not have had projects to show for it, but I was not slacking off. And I want to make that clear to other people who might have a similar experience. Anyone who related to that video I did a while back on missing milestones, if you went through a period of time when you were recovering or healing, and you've come out of it, and now you can do more. You don't need to make up for lost time. If you're in that point now, and the best you can do is survive every day, that is valid work. That's hard work. If you get to the end of the day and all you did all day was survive, that is hard work. It might not be producing something, it might not be creating something, but it is hard work. And if you get to the point where you have more where you have more strength, don't pressure yourself to make up for all the lost time, because that could just undo all the strength that you gained. I have been too focused on producing, on doing, on making, on justifying my existence, on not wasting my time like I used to, which I didn't. Maybe I'm afraid that I will lose more time in the future, and I need to make the most of now just in case. But pushing myself now isn't going to avoid that. I will do what I can now, at my own speed, at my own pace. That is partly why I am going to be cutting back on my YouTube uploads, because I do have a few other commitments at the moment, and I'm just finding it a little too much to push myself with doing weekly uploads. And I don't want to push myself. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to push myself. Be kind to yourself and recognize when you're doing too much. But I don't have to make up for anything. Only I'm asking myself to do that. I don't need to make up for lost time, because the time wasn't lost. It was being thoroughly used to the best of my ability. It wasn't lost time at all. I was doing my best. And I will continue to do my best now, at my own pace. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bless.